everyone, my name is Saifullah Hanif bin Sauruddin, and I will introduce about what is semiconductor. Conductor conduct electricity, insulator resist electricity, semiconductor fall in between the two. That means fall in between the conductor and insulator. Integrated circuits which are made using such electronic properties are generally called semiconductor chips. How is semiconductor created? Semiconductor created, the starting point is an element called silicon, which can be easily found in sand. We use silicon to make pin round wafers and then build intricate circuits on it over the course of hundreds of processes.
Assalamualaikum. For the video reflection task, I, Muhammad Nur Afid, will talk about the product design, which is one of the semiconductor process. A semiconductor process has 3 stages, which is product design, front-end process, and back-end process. For product design, we need to have a very good knowledge in the VLSI because it is a high-level process procedure. VLSI means very large scale integration, and it is for combination a transistor into a single chip. Also can make several single function to multiple function. It's very high recommended if we have this subject in our transcript because we can go further in this industry and maybe abroad. Moore's law said that approximately every 2 years, the numbers of transistor in dense integration circuit is double. Here, we attach the graph on how many number of transistor per chip throughout from year 1970 to 2020. It's a very fast forward development.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And my name is Muhammad Nazif bin Abu Bakar, and I would like to talk about front-end process. The front-end process is a process after product design process. Front-end process is a wafer fabrication. We have a material fab, wafer bank, and wafer fab. For material fab, we don't have it at Malaysia. And for wafer fab, we have at UTeM under Infineon. We call it a foundry. Mainly, we can found it this at Europe side. They have a reason. The reason is they want to reduce the ESD, or we say electrostatic discharge related issue. So normally the fab is at cold area. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ali Salam. Today I'm going to tell about back-end process. Back-end process have 3 main process, which is probing, assembly, and test. In probing, we have wafer sort, and for assembly, we have die bank and assembly, and for test, we have final test and bind inventory. For wafer sort process, we have 10 main process, which is first wafer mount are mount on millet tape that adhere to back of wafer, and then wafer saw and wash. This is for cut the individual die from the wafer, leaving the die on the millet tape. And then we move step the die bond. The die bond provide mechanical support to the silicon die and electrical connection between die and lead frame. And then wire bond provide a gold wire interconnection between silicon die pad and lead frame leads. And then mold compound protect the device mechanically and vertically. And then planting allow the mechanical and electrical connection between the package and the printed circuit board. And then trim and form the process where the individual lead of the lead frame are separated from the lead frame thread. And then electrical test. Electrical test is ensure unit are meeting electrical inspection before shipping, and then mark corporate and product identification on the packaging device. A laser used to mark to product. Lastly, tape and reel. Final packaging of product prior to the customer. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Amri and I will be talking about the last procedure of the SOPs in semiconductors manufacture, the final test. Final test is the process of testing of a chip's performance by testing it with different temperatures, voltage, and frequency operations. This is an attempt to duplicate extreme conditions in the real-world environment. Final test consists of open short test, absolute test, and functionality test. Open short test is to test if the wires are bonding well, while absolute test 74LSO8 is to test its maximum voltage and variety temperatures, and lastly, functionality test is to test all parameters tested according to the test condition on the datasheet. Overall, the final test yield is the product of the yields of each of the final steps. What we can reflect from the talk video is that a lot of testing are included in the procedure because to ensure to fulfill the demand for SME, which also link to the strength of the global economy. The competitiveness of an individual SME is that the ability in producing the latest generation of semiconductor. Thank you.